Legion of Superheroes number 18, written by Paul Levitz, art by Keith Giffen. Last issue we discovered that all of the technology in the universe, more or less, is failing because of the Fatal Five. More so specifically, I believe a guy named Tharok, but don't hold me to it. So this issue picks up with the Legion headquarters and the surrounding area in Metropolis. Basically, all of the people are just storming the Legion base because they all think that this is because of them. And we have Dragon Flame or whatever and some other lady, and they're basically like, everyone, calm down. This is not our fault, but we are looking into it and we will get it fixed as soon as we can. Everyone's like, you guys suck. And it's like, reasonable opinion, but we don't suck. That's no. And it turns out that some of these, it seems like it's more of an energy source than it is like the technology itself is failing. But this one guy has some batteries for some cameras, and he's like, oh, Legion, what would you like to say in front of the cameras? And everyone's like, dude, are you like live streaming right now? I was like, I mean, I'm recording it. That's kind of the same. And we see that the one lady, again, I forget her name, has wind powers and just kind of blows the guy away. And then Dragon Wing is like, oh, can I burn them too? And some rocks are about to fall on Dragon Wing, and she pushes them away too. And it's just like, okay, look, our headquarters are collapsing. We'll do what we can from here. So then we see Mon-El is basically keeping this satellite above Earth still flying, so that way it's not, gonna kill everybody beneath. And what's his name? Cosmic Lad, I think, is basically trying to figure out what's going on. And he's hoping that Ayla, the Lightning Lass, can use her powers to get the ship going again. And they say, like, this is the worst catastrophe the Legion's faced since the Great Darkness. And one of them's like, nah, this is even worse than the Great Darkness. So then we cut back to that planet of Rimbor, where Chameleon Lad and the other guys, like, I cannot. I will give it credit that in the actual issue itself, when I read it digitally and in the single issues, it has the names of all the Legionnaires. Why they have removed it from the trades, I will never know. But regardless, they're like, okay, we need to work out a plan here. We need to figure out what we can do. I mean, what could even be going on in the rest of the universe right now? And what's her name? The witch lady, whatever her name is, she's like, look, I can open up a portal to go back to my home world, and that way that'll get us off of this rock at least. So we could use that. And then we cut back to Legion headquarters again, and basically Brainiac 5 is trying to do anything that doesn't involve that particular energy source in order to get Legion headquarters back up and running and get a working spaceship. It ain't going well. He's very frustrated. Meanwhile, the other Legionnaires get the computers back up and running, like to the internet, and they're able to see these videos that people are taking of all over the universe. Just worlds are falling apart, and they're like, oh God, this is horrible. What are we supposed to do here? And Brainiac's like, well, we're not going to do anything if somebody can't get me some goddamn batteries. So at that point, the place is collapsing, and Brainiac manages to put it together like, this is Tharok. Like, 99% chance this is Tharok. We think this is the Fatal Five. No matter what, we have to find them before they destroy everything. So then we go back to the Promethean Giants, where Phantom Girl and the other people are trapped. And one of the giants woke up and started moving. Once it's done moving, they feel like, oh, geez, this was an earthquake. Oh, yeah. By the way, last issue, Sunboy or whatever got eaten by cannibals. Maybe we should have a funeral for him. And Phantom Girl's like, I have been leader for like 2 days, and this might be the end of the world, if not universe. Like, they're going to string me up. And it's like, look, we've had plenty of bad things before. We're not going to string you up. We're going to get through this, and we'll figure out what to do. Let's go over to the village and see if we can actually manage to get anything from them. And at that point, when they make it over to the village, the Promethean Giant's finger just starts like scraping along it and seeming like it's going to destroy them. So then back at Legion headquarters, everything's finally falling apart. Things are crashing down around them. Brainiac's like, I got the bones of it together. I'll finish the rest of it while we're in flight. Let's get out of here. And so they make their way over there. what's his name, Starboy or whatever, and Stargirl, no, Dreamer Girl, Stargirl, I don't know. They seemingly are about to get trapped under some rubble, but one of the other Legionnaires stops it and says, I've got the debris, get in the ship now. Dreamer gets in there, but then Thom, Starboy, he's like, hey, yeah, I can't move as fast with my legs, and all of a sudden he's crushed by rubble. And Dreamer's like, oh, excuse me? That was my husband and or boyfriend. What? And Brainiac's like, no time, he can dig himself out. And so they have to fly away, leaving behind Thom in the rubble. And then we cut back to the Giant again, and we see that him destroying this village and scratching at himself is actually being controlled by Tharok. He's the one behind it. Because, yeah, we knew he was. We saw it last issue. Okay, I can feel the stakes in this. I'm good with, this feels like a true Legion level, like everything is going to hell across the universe and they have to find a way to solve it. This is the first time I felt this in this entire book. I appreciate that. I really do. I also appreciate that it seems like they are killing off Legionnaires like for good, which is impressive. I'm all for actual stakes here. My only critique is in the way that it's presented. Reading it in trade, there's no reason to have taken away their name balloons. For God's sakes, I don't remember any of these assholes. It's so frustrating. Ugh. Either way, it's a fine issue. I think the art is really because Keith Giffen's got a very Jack Kirby-esque style, and it's just not what I'm up for. I'm not a huge fan of it. Makes it a little bit hard to tell apart to different characters. So all in all, I got to give this one, I'll give it a 6. It's good. It's fine. It does feel like it's kind of meandering a little bit and just stalling out until we can get to a later issue. But it at least has big stakes. And that's more than I felt for most of this book. So thumbs up for that.